So it's that time. The daughter has hit 16 and she needs to do the dreaded driving lessons. But before we do that, we need to figure out how and when to apply for the provisional driving license. So today I'm going to talk to you about the quickest and easiest method to apply for the provisional driving license, and hopefully everything that you need to know that goes with that. So first of all, what is the provisional driving license? Well, the provisional driving license allows you to drive with another driver over the age of 21. Now, this driver must have had a driving license for at least 3 years. Now, in order to take the theory driving test, you also need a provisional license for that. You will also need a provisional driving license to take driving lessons before actually taking your driving test. Now, when can you actually apply for a provisional driving license? Because I'm hearing there's a lot of delays. Now, believe it or not, you can actually apply for a provisional driving license when you are 15 years old and 9 months. Now, this won't actually become valid until you actually hit the age of 16. Again, this won't actually be valid to drive a car or learn to drive a car until you hit the age of 17. But at least it's there and waiting. Now, the provisional driving license does last for 10 years, so there is no need to delay or worry about it expiring because it won't be anytime soon. Now, in order to apply for a UK driving license, you need to be a UK resident or a resident of Northern Ireland. And you must be able to read a number plate up to 20 meters away. With or without glasses is absolutely fine. Now, how can you apply for a provisional driving license? What's the easiest method? Now, the easiest way to apply for a provisional driving license is actually online at the .gov website. Now, you will need to pay for it at the end using a credit or debit card, so make sure you've got that handy. You will also need 3 things to hand. The first one being a valid UK passport or another form of ID. The second is an address history of at least 3 years. The third one is your national insurance number, if at all possible. It will speed things up and make it much easier and quicker to identify you. Now let's have a look at how we do this step by step online.
Okay, so step 1, search how to apply for a provisional license in something like Google. Click on the www.gov.uk website and it should pop up with this. Now, as you can see here, it stipulates 3 things. You must be at least 15 years and 9 months old, you must be able to read a number plate from 20 meters away, and you must have legally lived in the UK for at least 185 days in total in the past 12 months. Now, as you can see here, it will cost £34 to apply online, and you will need some identification documents. So let's get started. So click the start now. Next, it's just going to ask you a few questions. Have you been issued with a Great Britain provisional driving license before? No. Do you have a UK passport? Yes. Do you want to use a photo from your UK passport? Yes. Have you lived in the UK for more than 185 days? Yes. Have you lived outside the UK in the last 12 months? No. Are you currently disqualified from driving in the UK? No. Can you meet the legal eyesight standard for your driving? Yes. If you require glasses at this point, click on the yes with glasses. Do you have or have you ever had any of the following medical conditions? The person I'm doing this for has not, so I am clicking no. You will now need to confirm your identity. At this point, you just need to fill in your details. Now we just need to fill this in as it is on your UK passport. Next, you need to put in your date of birth. Next, you need to just pop in your house number and your postcode. Then it's going to ask you how long have you lived in your address. Just put something as close as you can remember. Then it's which country were you born in. This will create a drop-down box when you start typing, so just click on the country that you're trying to type in. Next, it's asking for your passport number. You're going to need your passport for this. It's on the second to last page. It will have a photo of you, and in the top right corner you'll see somewhere it says passport number, and it's a 9-digit number. Just pop that in and press enter. Next, it's going to ask you for your national insurance number. This will make things a lot easier if you can pop this in, although you do not have to. Once you've done this, it'll then redirect you onto further information. Are you currently claiming personal independence payment? PIP? Nope. If you're unsure what this is, there is a drop-down box below that says what is PIP. Just click on that and it'll give you a bit of information about it. Next, it's going to ask for your contact details. Now make sure these are correct or your application will not go through correctly. You'll also have no information as to how your application's going, and it'll be far more difficult if you run into any problems. Next, you're going to be asked to provide a photo and a signature. These are what are going to be placed on your provisional license. So try and make sure they're as accurate as possible. Oh, beautiful. Next, it's going to confirm if you want to use the photo from your UK passport on your driving license. This is by far the easiest option, otherwise you're going to have to send another one off, which I cannot be bothered to do. It's now asking if you'd like to use a signature from your passport on your driving license. Again, this is going to be the easiest option, so I'm going to say yes. Finally, it's just checking your answers before sending off your application, so just make sure everything on here is correct, otherwise it will delay your application further. Once you are happy with everything, just click on agree and continue. And we've now got to the final stage, which is the payment. Now, as you can see here, it is £34 to apply for this, so make sure you've got £34 in your account. When you filled in all the requested information, click pay now. Okay, so our application has now been submitted. It's given us a reference number. It is worth just writing this down or making sure it's there in your email, because if you do want to track this, which you can do, which we'll talk about in a second, you're going to need that reference number. Now, you should receive your provisional license within a week. However, DVLA are now stating here that it could be with up to 3 weeks. And with the dreaded COVID, it has been delayed even further, and some people are having to wait months. So the earlier you can apply, the better. Your provisional will last for 10 years, remember, so there is no chance of it running out anytime soon. Now, you must not drive until you receive your provisional driving license. Now, let's say you've been waiting a while for your provisional driving license and you'd like to see what's going on. If you search online, track your driving license application, this site will pop up. Then click on the Start Now and fill in the details below. And that is it.
Now, if for whatever reason this can't be done online, this can be done by collecting a form, the D1 form, from the post office and completing that. This would then need to be posted to the address as requested, and they would send you the license from there. This does, however, require a little bit more faff, including a photo, and it will take longer to get there and get back to you. If you enjoyed that and it helped you apply for a driving license, don't forget to like and subscribe and help me make even more useful videos for you guys.